Hi everyone, and welcome to the part 6 of this course, the web design web developer bootcamp course. Okay, all right. In this particular video, like I said in the previous video, we are going to be building our first beginner project. You understand, like a kind of simple blog page using just HTML, and that's going to mark the end of our HTML class. You understand. Then after this video, we are going to be moving to CSS properly, though we are going to touch a little bit of CSS in this class as well. I remain Ogudimu Olumide Olalikon, the founder of Microsoft Technologies. If this is your first time of watching my video, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button. It's free, okay? And if you want to always get updates on my next video, just click on the bell icon so that you are not going to miss my video, because apart from this video that I'm doing now, there are other videos that I'm doing that can also be of help to you in your journey as a developer or as a graphic designer or as a tech guy, you understand, that might not included in this web design course. So please, and for those of you that are watching this video for the first time and you are a beginner developer, you understand, this is just the part 6 of this course. You can check the link in the description of this video for the part 1, part 2, part 3, 4 and 5 of this particular video. All right, without wasting our time, let us get started. Okay, now let's try to open our previous project. We can just go to this our VS Studio. Okay, open your VS Code. So let's just open the VS Code, and you click on File, then you open Folder. You understand? You are trying to open a previous project. Okay, you click on Desktop. Then I think it's on desktop, yes, and the name of the file is my site. That's the name of the folder, right? Just click on it. Don't need to open it because you have selected click folder. Okay, then you select the folder. So I'm expecting it to show up. Okay, all right. This is where we stop in the last class, and let us try to open our browser so that we can also check it out. Okay, this is the folder, don't forget, and we only have one file, which is index.html, and this is where we are able to talk about HTML tags and attribute and stuff. We have been able to cover all this, you understand, select all this kind of stuff. So if you missed this video and you are watching this video right now, please go back to this video or go back to the part 1 of this course. I said I'm going to be teaching you from the beginner to a pro level, so this is just the beginning. We have done nothing yet. Okay, this is just the beginning, so just calm down, and I'm trying to make it as simple as possible for you so that you are not going to be bored with stuff, you understand. But don't worry, we're going to get there soon. Okay, all right. In this video we are going to be applying the knowledge we have learned so far, like with our HTML tags, this and that, the semantics tag and all those things, and we are going to be using it to build a kind of simple blog page. Alright, so let's go to our VS Code. You understand? And this is our VS Code now. This is what we are going to do so that we can just get what we are doing better. I'm not going to mess it up. Let us create another file inside our folder. You can do it in 2 ways, but let's do it like this. On this VS Code now, you can see this icon that are here. Let's over on it. Can you see new file? If you go to this place, this is new folder. That means to say you can create a new folder inside of your my site folder. Okay. Now I'm going to be clicking on new file here. It's going to be very easier that way. Okay, just click on this the first icon here, new file, and click on it. Okay, let us name this file. What should we name it? Let's name it let's call it simple blog. Okay, simple blog.html. You understand? You know you have to put the extension .html there, so it's going to save that an HTML file. Okay, so and you see now, if you go back to that folder on your desktop, let's go back to that folder on our desktop, and can I refresh? Control R, okay, Can you see now? We already have the folder here, just as if we create it here too. Like we have the file. This is not even a folder, it's a file here. It's already there. And if you run it on the browser, can you see that it's just blank, okay? Because we are here to put anything there. Alright, let's go back to this place now. Now in the very first part of this video, I told you about HTML structures, how you can actually put up your HTML structure. But I told you that the more you go, the simpler it becomes, okay? Though it might seem harder, but you seem to understand it better. Now let me teach you one shortcut that you can use to get your HTML environment set up. Now on your keyboard, if you are using Windows, click on Shift and exclamation mark. Just click on the Shift and press the exclamation mark, or probably just click on the exclamation mark. It's going to show something like this if you are using VS Code, and that's why I suggest you use this code editor, okay? And click on that exclamation mark here. Can you see now? It's going to give you the HTML structure that you want, okay? So, and that's it. Let me quickly go back again so that you can get it better. Don't mind me. Alright, you click on what? The exclamation mark. You know how to get the exclamation mark now. You click on what? Shift and I think it's always above, it's always in the same key with the one key, number one key. So you just have to know how to get your exclamation mark. Shift and then you get your exclamation mark like this, okay? Then you click on it. It's going to give you the basic HTML structure. So you don't have to start typing doc type, HTML, this and that, whatever. It has bring out the structure that you need, okay? Now let me tell you about this. Although I mentioned meta tags in my previous video, but let's talk about it better here now. You see this meta tag, it is used by your browser and also the search engine to actually filter pages, okay? For example, now the meta tag can contain your site title, your SEO, your keywords, you understand. For example, now let's talk about one. Let's say we are building a blog site now, and let's write the meta tag here now. Can you see? Just like the way you have it here, if you use this shortcut, it's going to bring some meta tag for you to define the width and all those things. So I'm going to have meta tag here. Just have it like that. Just click on that stuff, meta. Can you see now? So that's going to complete it for you, okay? Wow, this thing's fogged me up. It didn't complete it. Meta tag does not it doesn't have a closing tag, okay? It doesn't have a closing tag. So inside this meta tag now, what do I want to have there? I want to have a name. This is an attribute, a name, which is going to be equals to I'll call it description, okay? SCRIPTION, description, right? And I'm also going to have another attribute again. Don't forget, if you want to write another attribute, you put a space after the previous one. If you're having you are writing multiple attributes in the tag. Alright, so this one now you're gonna write content. Content is equals to you put your double quotation mark, just the way you write an attribute, okay? Then the content now I can write number one source of let's say tech news, okay? Number one source of tech news. That's the what's it called? That's the meta tag. That's the description, okay? Now, for example, now if someone is now searching on search engine, like searching for tech news, just type tech news on Google. This is what your search engine is going to filter, okay? That is going to look out for every site that has the meta tag or the best description that matches the user's what's it called, search request, okay? So this is one of it, and you understand. So this is going to give a kind of description of your site. You understand? Maybe the best food websites in Africa, all this kind of stuff. You understand? So you can have it there. All right. Let's have another meta tag again. You can make further research on meta tag, but we are going to be talking about it in our subsequent classes. So don't bother. You understand? We're going to be talking about it, and it's fine. All right. Let's have another meta tag here again. Meta tag, and okay. It doesn't have what's it called, a closing tag. So this one is going to be name again. All right, it's an attribute, okay? Once you just select, it's going to give you the exclamation. You understand? Then this time around, it's going to be keywords. The name is keyword. The other one was description. It's described our website, right? But this is keywords. Key, WORD, Yeah, keywords, right? And then what's going to be the content? content. It's an attribute as well, right? Can you see now? Once you just click it, it's going to give you the equals to and the double quotation mark. Now it can be I was talking about tech news, right? It can be what do you have? What keywords can be related to tech news? Let's see, web design tools, all those stuff that you're doing, comma, you can apply. Just, you know, that's if you understand what's it called, SEO. You will get what I'm trying to say better. You understand? It makes your website to optimize on it optimize your website. Okay, it makes it available on search result. You understand? So it's another, like for example, now I myself, I actually took a course on Google, and I got a certificate as a Google digital marketer. You understand? So inside that course, I was taught SEO as well, and I've also taken other courses on SEO. So it's another field entirely. So these are keywords that can make your site to, you know, to come up on them or to rank better on search engines. Okay, so web design tools, all those things, you understand? You can write something like keywords like tech news, latest, HP devices, or what you are. I mean, you're just gonna write all the stuff you are doing on your site, like your kind of stuff, so that when people search, they'll be able to, like, at least get your sites. Okay, DVICE, just like that. You can have anything you want. Okay, now this title, the title, don't forget, is what is going to show. Like for example, if I go to this page now, you can see nothing is showing on this browser as the title. You understand? On this page, nothing is showing there. Okay, but by the time I include the title, now let's call the title, I'm just going to call it blog. Okay, just gonna call it blog, right? That's the title. And if I save it now, or let me call it my blog. Okay, you can give it the name of the title of your site. Okay, don't forget. Let's just refresh this page now. Okay, so don't forget, I have too many tabs. But when you over on this now, can you see my blog is coming up here now? When you over on this tab stuff, you understand? So because you're having too many stuff, so that's why, you understand? So this is my blog, right? That's the title you just included now, right? Okay, and don't forget, using that shortcut, it has already created the body for us, you understand? And I said the body is where you're going to display whatever you want. Okay, for example now, and based on this class, because you know in the last class I talked about HTML semantic tags, and I'm going to be structuring this particular video to what we have learned in the previous video, because this is a project to actually practice what we have learned. So I'm going to be working around what we have learned. Okay, you can actually achieve all these things without using the semantic tag. You can just use a div. You understand? It's still the same thing, but at least, so that's going to be descriptive enough. Let's go with the semantic tag, and it's a best practice. Okay. Alright, now the first thing I'm going to be talking about, because I talk about the semantics tag, I gave you like 8 of them, right? And I think I talk about header. So it's a tag. Don't forget how to write a tag. Your less than sign, the name of the tag, you understand, the tag name, and you close it with the greater than sign, and it has a closing tag. If it has a closing tag, you're going to open another less than sign, then you place a slash, the same name of the tag, and you also want to close it with a greater than sign. Alright, inside this header now, let's go. Let's break it down. Okay, let's click on the enter so that I can have a space inside to write something, so that it can be clear enough. Okay, inside this header tag now, I want to have let's have something like h1, right? Okay, I'll call this one let's give it a simple blog, or let's call it Lecru Lecru blog. But just give it any name you want. Okay, I'll call it simple blog. Okay, simple blog. Okay, and let's save it by clicking on Ctrl S. Don't forget, if you want to save, click on Ctrl S or Command S if you are using Apple. I'm using a Windows system, that's why I'm used to Control, but you know what it means on the Mac system. Then you go to that page and you refresh. Can you see now? You have seen simple blog here now, right? So that's going to be your header. This can even serve as your logo, and your brand name. Then you have your, what's it called, other stuff like maybe menu, whatever. Those are those things that can be found on your header. And I told you that if you are using a semantic tag, the browser easily relates with them because it knows what you are doing. Okay. What again do we need to talk about here? We have the header already. Yeah, H1, and that's it inside the header. Then the other thing again we are going to be talking about is let's talk about section. Okay. Because I talk about section, that section is also what a semantic tag. Okay, let's use the section now. section. See, look at it some very well now. If you on your VS Studio is not giving you this option to select whatever you type, because I just type SE and it's give me the name of the tag, and if I click on it, it's going to create the opening and the closing tag for me. You understand? Then I can just put whatever I want to put inside. Okay. Now inside this section, in case your one is not doing like that, please let me know. You can drop your message in the comment section. I'll tell you what to do and how to fix it. Okay. Now, inside this section box now, what do I want to have there? This is a blog. Alright, let's do something. Let's have an article. An article is also a semantic tag I talk about. You understand? I said this can be used for blog, right? So inside this article now, everything inside this section, alright, I want to have one article, okay? That I want to have a post, this article is just like, I want to have a post. So it's like a container for my post, okay? But all are in this section, okay? This particular section. So inside this article now, let me have at least your stuff is going to have a kind of headline, right? The title of the article. So let's use H3. I talk about those header tag, right? Headings tag. So let's use H3 now. I'm going to write what should we call it? Should we call let's call it hot. I'm just writing random stuff, right? Hot news, NUWS, right? And I'm just gonna do something like this, okay? Now let's go back now and save. Control S to check if it works. You go back to this page and you have it right? Hot news, okay? Then you go back to your page, then this is an article, and inside it I want to have after having the heading, what do you think that you can have here? You can have a what's it called let's have a paragraph, okay? So at least it's gonna contain the content of the stuff. So I'm just gonna write Microsoft technologies, HNOLOGIES, is the best web development development company in Africa. You get it now? I mean it too, right? I'm very serious about it, okay? Oh, look at what I'm doing. I'm not even typing inside the paragraph tag. Shit, I'm not typing inside it has to be inside the paragraph tag, so I'm just going to cut it out, okay? And I'm going to put inside my paragraph tag. Can you see the paragraph tag? I'm just going to put it there, okay? And let's save it now. Yeah, let's save it. Let's see. This is a post, and I'm going to talk about Microsoft technologies, okay? Can you see now? This is a post, right? And if you want more text, you can, definitely if you want to write a blog, you know how to get your content and all those things. But let's just write some random stuff. And again, instead of this, you can even put a lorem. I talked about lorem. Just type LOREM. How many words do you want? Let's say I want 30 words, okay? Lorem 30, LOREM 30 is going to give you random 30 words, okay? Together with that one, okay? I think we should have something full now. Alright, can you now see now? This is cool, right? This is cool, and that's it, okay? Now what again do we need on this our blog post? This is an article, and we have a H3, that's the heading, and what again do we need to talk about? After the paragraph, and you just go back to the end. This is long, but let's go back. This is the first paragraph, and what again do we need? And as a matter of fact, let me just reduce those texts so that at least you can get what I'm saying better. But this is just how to do it, okay? Just want to reduce it so that let's see, in Africa, AFRICA, right? Let's just leave it like that, okay? So at least I've been able to shorten it a bit. Okay, yeah, let's go back now. Let's go down after the paragraph. Okay, click on the enter key so that you can come to the next line, which is line 20. Now it might be different on your own. Don't bother. Okay, after this, now the paragraph, now I'm going to introduce you to a tag that we didn't talk about. We didn't talk about it in our previous classes. I'm going to introduce you to it now, because as we are going to be learning more stuff. Okay, so that tag is kind of small tag. They call it small, SMALL. It's a tag. It has closing tag as well. So whatever you write inside this small tag, by default is going to be small. I mean, the font size will be small. So let's say I'm going to write posted, POSTED, by me, Olumide, 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 on we are in August. This is August 1st, August, AUGUXT, 1st, 2021, and I'm just gonna make this capital letter. Okay, all right, so let's see what we have on our page by clicking on Ctrl S and going to your browser. Oh, can you now see that by default that stuff, the small tag, makes this text to be smaller, okay, compared to the paragraph, okay, which is cool. All right, that's cool. So with this now, I think we are good to go. Okay, you know, sometimes you might even want to have image. You might want to have image in your, what's it called, your blog. Now you might want to have image, and you can do that as well, right? And okay, this is what we are going to do. I don't want us to go too wide now, okay, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something. Okay, before that, let's just finish this up, right? After that small tag, you are left to make this on your own. You can decide to put your own small tag above your paragraph tag. You know, maybe you want to show the name of the person that posted these stuffs before the paragraph, whatever. It's left to you, okay? And we want a button here whereby at least after reading this post, now there should, this is going to contain a kind of short description of the post. You understand? There should be a button here or a link here that whenever they click, is going to take them to the main page to read the whole article. Okay, because you can't put the little stuff on the page. Okay, so let's quickly create a link for them. And guess what? What's the name of the tag we are going to use to do that? The A link. Okay, that's the anchor link. Just type A. Your MS abbreviation is going to help complete it. Okay. Now I'm just going to the href for now. If I put any other link, let's say I have a page that I want this stuff to go, then we are going to create another file for that particular post. But for now we don't have, so I'm just going to click. I'm just going to put the # sign inside of it, so that when you click on it, it's going to remain the same. It's going to, it's not going to take you to another page, but it's going to act as a link. I'm going to just write lemon here, LEARNMMORE. Okay, I'll click on Ctrl S to save. All right, which is cool. Right now, guess what? Now, because this the anchor tag and the small tag, they are both an inliner tag. I told you we have block and then we have inline tag. If it is block, they will show under each other. But this one now, because both of them are inline tag, so that's why they are showing side by side. In order to bring the lemon button down, you can use a break tag. Okay, I told you that we are not talking about design in this course. You understand? We are going to start our design class, our CSS class in the next course. Okay, so don't mind the design here, because we can actually achieve this using a margin and whatever. You understand? But let's first get this first, and our next class we are going to be talking about design, and after that we're going to be creating a very advanced project. Okay, all right, let's see now. Let's see, I'll just apply a break tag there just to bring it down. Okay, so we have a name, the title of the post, the article, and the paragraph to show whatever, and this. Let's do something because I think that's even too long for a description. Because you can actually do something to it, and understand. Let's just reduce it a bit so that you can get what I'm doing better. Okay, I think it's okay like this. Let's see. I think this is fine. All right, let's quickly go to that on splash.com so that we can get splash splash.com. There's another way of including image into your HTML file, but when we get there, I'm going to tell you. But for now, let's just do. I think this is fast. Let's just download one random image here. What should I download? What are we talking about? We're talking about tech, but it doesn't matter. You can just use a random image for now. And I think I like. Oh wait, let's just get food and drink. Hey, sorry. I have a call. I just want to silence my phone now. All right, now let's do something now. Okay, should we use something like let's see. Let's see this image, or probably we just I think let's get an image that is quite nice, and I have to search for tech. I don't know why we're talking about tech. TCH. Let's talk about tech. Okay, let's talk about tech. So now let's talk about it now. Okay. Yeah, let's have one good image here. I think this is fine. Let's just go with this, and don't forget don't worry, just right click on it, on that image. When you right click on it, then you copy image address. You understand? Let's just do that, okay, for now. And let's go back to our file. Okay. So now after the heading tag, let's have the image, a kind of image for the post that we are posting. You understand? So just don't forget the image tag img. When you just type I'm a img, yeah, it's gonna give you something like this, okay? And I tell you that what the source now is gonna be the link that you copied. Just paste it, Ctrl V, okay? Now let us click on Ctrl S to save it, and let's check our page. It might appear bigger. Well, let's check it out, okay? Yay, this is too big, okay? All right, don't worry, we're gonna get there, okay? And that's why we have control over our stuff. We can manipulate it by giving it the size, okay? Don't forget, we've talked about this. And before that, let's quickly get an alternative text here. Like I'll just say in case this image is not available, it should display tech news. You understand? And after that, again, I want to specify the size of this image and the height, okay? It's an attribute, so it has to go in line with the tag, okay? Just come back after this alternative tag, then you specify the word, the height, HEIGHT, and it's an attribute, right? It's gonna be followed by equals to sign and the double quotation mark. Let's make the height to be what again? Let's say 500 pixel, okay? And what again? Let's see. And let's see, don't worry, let's see if the height is 500 pixel. Let's see what we're gonna have. Yeah, I think it's shorter now, okay? Well, this is even too big. 500 pixels is too big for the height, so let's make it I think 200 is okay. Let's see the height as 200, and let's see if it's okay. Yeah, I think this is fine, and this is very nice, okay? 200 pixels. Do I even need to specify the width again? Well, fine, let's make it a square image. So let's make the width as you have done in the other class. You just come back again, space, and you write width, which equals to 200 pixel, okay? Again, okay, Ctrl S. Then you come down here and you save it. Wow. So yeah, I think this is cool enough, except you want to make the width to be a bit bigger. I can make it like, let's say 300, so at least it's gonna be nice a bit, and gonna have something like this, okay? It's cool, right? So now we have the news, hot news. This is the name of the news, and you can be no, I don't even like this hot news. I can change to the name of my post, okay? This is the name of the post, then the brief description of the post, then posted by this person, then the learn more button. I told you when you click on this button, it's going to take you to the actual page that contains the content of this particular post. You understand? But because I don't have any page just now, for now, I have to put the # in the href of this link, okay? So if you don't get it, kindly watch the video again. All right, that's that about this, and I think this is what we have: the news title, post title, the image, the brief description, posted by this and that, and the date, then the lemon button, then it's going to link to the page. Okay, let's quickly do something safe. Let's assume that yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, let's assume that the first page we created before, that very first page, which is the index.html, let's assume that that's the page that contains the post of this particular article. I'm just going to, inside that href, I'm going to remove the @ sign and I'll put index.html there, because they're in the same file now. So can you see now? So by the time I click on it now, learn more, it will take me back to let's see now. If I click on learn more now, let's see now. Can you see now? It is going to take us to our initial page. So let's say that this, you want to use this site as your blog now. This particular page, all you just need to do is just to put the heading and put the paragraph and paste all your content, like all the content you want people to be able to read about. So they'll be able to read about it here. Okay, and that's it. Okay, that's how to do it. Okay, now let's go back to where we are, and let's just go back, and this is what we are going to do now. Just copy every article that you have there and let us just duplicate it, because you don't have to be writing. It's still the same state, right? And you want to have more articles, like let's say we want to have like 3 or 4. Then you come down again and then you paste it again. Okay, I think that's 3, right? Let's see that if the 3 is okay, and you go back to your page and you refresh. Yeah, wow. Don't forget, you can change the the images and the stuff for each of them, and the link, the href for each of them, because each of them is going to link to another pages, right? Because for this one now, it's going to link to the page that actually contains the post. Let's quickly do something now. I'm going to change, instead of the first one is alt news, I'm going to write this one as Microsoft, or let's say 5 qualities, let's make it capital, right? QUALITIES of a good developer. All right, I'll click on Ctrl S, and the other one again, let's write review, VIEW, on Windows 11. You understand? Just stop the blog title. Don't forget, you can change the post, paragraph, and all those things, and the date. Let's say this one is even posted by Mike, MIKE, IKE, and the date is let's make it June, and let's say this is June 31st. I don't know if wait, let me just I can't crack my brain now. Let's just do something. June 30. Okay, just play with it. Okay, and you should have another link that will link to this particular page. Now let us visit our page. Now we should be having something cool. Now you can change the link of the images as well to whatever you want, and this time it's not even going to stress you, because what am I saying? It's not going to stress, because you already have this the height and all those things set, just to change the link of the image, and that's all. All right, okay, fine. Let's talk about another thing again, and the other thing I'm going to be talking about here after this section. Now this is a section, I told you this is a semantic tag. After this section, you go out of the section. I also talk about another tag, which is what the footer tag. Okay, footer. If you miss my previous video, it's going to help you a lot. Footer. That footer is going to contain, I told you about footer the other time in my previous video, that it can contain your quick links, your copyright text, all those things, subscription button, anyway you can design it. But let's quickly go to Microsoft.com. I don't know why I just love using that site as an example. Let's go to that site. There are a lot of sites that you can actually visit, you understand, but you have, the web is yours. You can always play with other stuff. All right, now, so let's quickly go to our footer that we have here. Now can you see that we have on our footer, we have copyright at 2021, all rights reserved by Microsoft Technology. Now that's what we are going to do now on this our stuff, and you can see we have the description of the page, quick links, newsletter, contact, all those things. Don't worry, we're gonna get there in our previous in our subsequent classes, rather, excuse me, in our subsequent classes. And that's why you need to subscribe to my channel. If you are watching this video from my YouTube channel, just click on the bell icon so that you're not going to miss my class. All right, so now let's talk about it. Now you can notice this symbol here, this copyright, this copy symbol. Now this is what we are going to do now. Let's go back to our page. I'm just going to go to the footer now. What should we write? Let's see, let's have a paragraph there. Is that necessary? Yeah, let's have a paragraph here. Inside that paragraph now, I want to have that I think copyright stuff here. Let's see what we have here. Can you see now? Copyright C 2021 AB, all rights reserved. So I'm just gonna have something like that here. What are you gonna do now? Just write now. Let's go now. Copy RIGHT and that symbol. In order to get that symbol, there's a way we will do that in HTML. Let's go. There's one thing they call ampersand, the and symbol, and you just write and copy, COPY, you understand, and copy, then you put your colon. Let's go there. Right, I think this should give you the symbol if I'm not making mistake, and copy. All right, let's see if we're gonna have it there. Ooh, I messed up. No, I'm using the dollar sign instead of the ampersand sign. Sorry, I'm using you see it's dark here, so I'm not seeing my keyboard well. Let me get a torchlight. And ampersand copy, and followed by what? The column. You understand? You're gonna get the sign. Let's go now. If I save it now and you know, can you see now you get the symbol here now? Now let's write the year. Let's say you just give it a space. 2021. Then you just put a full stop. All right. Reserved. Okay. Oh, that's it, right? Let's save and let's see what's gonna happen now. Bam. Can you now see that we have a footer, right? Copyright, and the sign of the copyright is here, and the year and all those things, and you know, that's just it, right? So now you notice that, like I told you the other time, that if you want to get the symbol, you use what? The ampersand, copy. You write it, type it, copy, then followed by the column, and there's a way you can get all those short stuff, symbols, HTML symbols. You can get them, you load. Okay. All right. I think that's that about this. What am I missing out? I think this is cool enough. All right. And you know that, you know, let me now tell you something now. You know, those days, like some people, they have their own what's it called, blog sites just set up in this way, and they just upload it like that, and the only thing they just keep doing is just what, keep copying and changing the text and the whatever, and linking it to the blog contents page, and they just change the image and the site is up, right? But let's quickly do something here now, because I said this is just the beginning. This is not even fine at all, so don't judge me with this, because we are still going to talk about the more advanced stuff and the more beautiful stuff. Okay, now, but let's quickly do something now, because in my next class we are going to be starting the CSS class fully, and I told you that the CSS help us to add styling to our site. The HTML defines the structure of a website, of a web page. You understand? Like what we have been doing these days is the structure. You understand? At least for me to be able to like change the color of this thing now, definitely the structure must be there, right? So then I can now decide, like, okay, yeah, let me now customize it, let me make it beautiful, and that's the function of what, of CSS. You understand? Cascading style sheet. We are going to be talking about it fully in our next video, but for the sake of this this video, I'm going to try to at least beautify this a little bit. Okay, just get started. Now, talking about the CSS now, I think there are three ways. Yes, there are three ways in which you can actually include your CSS into your HTML page. You understand? But in this video, I'm going to be talking about just one of them, and after this video, when we start the CSS class, we're going to be talking about the CSS fully. So one of them is using the embedded method. Okay, what you just need to do is go to this, after this title, still inside the head, or probably here, you can even come outside the head, it doesn't matter. In as much as it's not inside the body, just come outside the head. Okay, and just specify the style tag, style style tag. Okay, can you see now? It's going to have a closing tag as well. It shows that yes, we want to put what, a styling here. All right, now, but before we do that now, in order to be able to communicate to each of the tags that we have in our HTML, this is what we are going to do. We are going to assign a unique identifier to each of those tags, so that we can be able to apply style to them, so that we'll be able to know that yes, so this is what I want to style, this is the particular stuff I want to change the color. Okay, now for example now, we have two identifiers. We have what, the ID and the class. Okay, so those are the selectors that we can use to actually what's it called, point our HTML to our CSS. Okay, our tags to our CSS. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about ID, and in the next video, I'm going to be talking about it fully. For example, now let's say I want to style this header now, and let's say I want to style this header now. You can just say, give it an ID equals to, then don't forget, you can this what's it called, attribute. Okay, just like an identifier attribute. ID is going to follow by equals to sign, then this the what's it called, double quotation mark sign. Then inside this ID now, let's call it main hyphen header, header. Okay, this is header, this is hyphen, don't let on me mistake. Yeah, it's dark here. Let me on my torchlight. All right, yeah, I'm better now. Okay, so now main header, right? Let's say I want to communicate with this, I want to style this now. Just go to this now. Let's go to that CSS tag that we have here, and we are going to select this particular ID. And if you want to select an ID, you use what, the # sign. The # sign is this sign or symbol to select the particular word ID. That we are talking about this header tag that is inside our HTML body now. So for me to be able to communicate with it, I have to assign an identifier to it. That yes, so this is what I'm going to be using to call you. This is a name I'm going to be using to call you in my CSS script. Okay, now if you want to, because I'm using an ID here now, if I want to call this ID, I'm going to use # followed by the word ID name, which is main hyphen header, header. You need to be mindful of your spelling. Okay, now after doing this, now what am I going to do? I'm going to create a kind of curly bracket. Okay, like this. It's going to have the opening and closing, the curly bracket. Then you come down like this. Okay, you click your enter key. Okay, so now inside this, now what am I going to do to this? Am I making any mistake? MAIN, yeah, header. I think I'm right. Okay, now what do we want to do to this? Now let's say I want to even change the background color of this background background color. I want to change it to, let's say I want to change it to blue. Okay, then I'll save it, and let's go back to our page and let's refresh. Yay! Wow, you are now a developer. Do you know that? You are beginning to build something beautiful. All right, but this is what we are going to do now. Let's go back to it. I want to tell you something now. There are two ways, or there are several ways, not even 2 years. There are several ways of adding colors to your project or your HTML page or whatever. Now, if you want to, you can actually do that by typing the color name or by using the code, the hexadecimal code. And I'm going to suggest you use the code because sometimes you might want to play with gradients and all those things, so you can easily manipulate your hexadecimal code instead of using the actual spelling of the number of the color rather. So you now to get that, you don't need to cram colors. Just go to your browser and let's search for HTML color. I think HTML color picker, or yeah, I think color picker or whatever. Yeah, color picker, HTML color picker. Just click on it and let's see what we're gonna have there. Yeah, HTML color picker. Yeah, can you see now? Yeah, so by the time you, let's say I want the color now, I want this particular color. Let's play around this color. Yeah, I think this is fine. You understand? Then it's going to give you the hexadecimal code, which is here. Can you see the X? Just click on this copy icon here. Can you see now? Just copy this code. Then you can just go to your page and, instead of writing this blue, I'm just going to erase it and, paste that code here. Okay. Bam. Now let's refresh. By the time we refresh now, you see that the blue is different from the one we actually wrote. You understand? This one can you see now? This is like a bit lighter than that one. All right, we are styling this thing a bit, and don't forget we are just playing here. We are going to talk about styling fully. Now, what again do I need to do here? Let me change that. Let me make that what's it called? The blog title. We are talking about the header now, and the header is one that has this ID, main header. And I just put the ID there so that I can be able to call it in the CSS style. How do I even write the CSS style? I just put the style attribute, style tag. It has an opening and closing tag. Then I was able to call the ID that I assigned to this header, because I want to style this particular header tag that is inside this body, which contains the simple blog h1. Okay. Now the only thing I want to also make sure that the text is at the center. How do I do that? I'll just say text align center. Okay, text align. Hello, let me just take this now. If you want to do that now, if you want to actually write CSS after specifying the word, after calling out the what's it called, the identifier, I'm using an ID now, which is the selector. I'm using the arch sign to select the what's it called, the identifier. Okay, now you put a curly bracket there. Then inside it now, whatever you want, I want the background color to change, so I just write background dash color. It's going to be followed by a column. Okay, then that column is just like you are saying equals to this, but in CSS you use column. Okay, and if you are using VS Code, it's going to be nice enough to help to actually select it for you. Okay, now text align is equal to center. If I click on save and I visit my browser now, you see that the text align is at the center now. Okay, I think this is nice enough. Let's try to change the color. Do you like the color? So by seeing what you are having on your browser, if you know what you want, okay, I want the color to change. Definitely there's going to be a CSS what's it called, attribute for that. Okay, let's go. Okay, my VS page, I want to change the color of this text now. I'll just say color. I want the color to be white this time around. You can use the what's it called, the X code, or you can type it WHIT, because white is just white. Okay, then I think you should have it there, right? Control S to save, and then Command S if you are using a Mac, then you refresh. Alright, this is white. Okay, now this is cool, right? Alright, what again do I need again to do here? Let's make this guy let's make it big enough, you understand, the background color, so that at least it can be a bit nice. You go back to this place and you just say, let's use the padding. Okay, I'm going to talk about that in our CSS class, don't worry. The padding, let's give it like 10 pixel. 10 pixel. All right, let's talk about it. Let's save it now. We should have something cool. All right, wow, this is nice. Okay, all right, let us quickly go to our footer, and let us do the same thing to our footer, because I don't like the way this footer is just here, you understand, it's just standing somehow dull. It's not even, it's not nice. Okay, let's go to that footer and let's do the same thing there. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's go to the footer. How do we also style our footer? You are going to put an identifier there so that you can be able to call it in the CSS. Okay, let's give it an ID to be equals to you put your double quotation there, then I'll call it main, MAIN dash footer. You can call it any name you want, but if you are calling it, so that's what you're going to use to call it in the CSS script. Okay, main footer, because I want to style the footer. I'll just go back to this CSS again. I'll go outside of that what's it called, brackets. This is called a declaration in CSS. From year to year, it's called what? You are declaring the style. Okay, that's one. Let's go back to it again and call another class again. I'm call another ID again. The ID I want to call now, I'm going to use the arch again, then followed by what? The name of the ID, which is what? Main IN dash footer.
All right, don't forget what again that you need to do, the curly brackets. Yeah, okay. Then do we need to, we need to change the background color of the footer, right? Just type BACK. You can see VS Code is suggesting it for me, so I can easily, once I press BACK, I will see those stuff that has it, and I need background color. I'll just select it. Bam. It has even given me the column sign and the semicolon. All I just need to is to specify the color. I'm gonna use black. BLACK. Don't forget you can also use the X code. Now what again do we need? If we go back here now and refresh our page, let's see something. Can you see now the footer is having a black and I'm not even seeing my text again. So the first thing I need to do for me to be able to see my text is to do what? Is to change the color. Let's change the color to white, because white can actually come up on black. I just say color. The color is equals to what? Just select it here, okay? Let's use white. Alright, white. And that's all. Then what again do we need to do here? Yeah, I'm not seeing that. I want the text to be at the center, just like the one we have there. So I'm just going to say, what? Tell me now. Text align to be equals to center. You understand? And what again? Let's see. By looking at it, I know what I want. And then what again do we want there? You can decide to also add a padding to it. Padding should be equals to that one. Let's say this is 20 pixels. It's going to be very big, I know that, but I like it. I don't know, let's see how it's going to look like. 20 pixel. Yay, can you see our footer? Wow, we are already a developer. Can you see now? You guys are really amazing. If you can watch this video to this level, then man, you're gonna be a great developer. Yes, because at least this is just one part of it. HTML, you've covered it, and you are beginning to go into CSS. Oh wow, you are great, and I really love you guys so much. Keep watching and keep sharing this video, and please just try to subscribe to my channel, at least just to make me happy. All right, so it encouraged me to do more. When I see my subscribers going, I'll be like, yes, let me do more. Okay. And don't forget, aside this course, you are going to learn more on my channel. You can check some of my other videos, and you're going to learn more, right? So I told you, and I promise you, you are going to become a good developer, if you can stick to this course and take it. You can see this is different from a random YouTube video. I'm taking it step by step. So if you are watching this video right now, kindly subscribe. And if you need the part 1, the part 2, the part 3, the part 4, the part 5 of this course, I'm going to leave the link in the description of this video. Okay. All right, now what again do we need to do in our footer? I think this text is too small for me. I can change the font size as well. Just say font size, and then let's say what again? Let me give it 20 pixel. Let's see what we're gonna have. 20 pixel is fine. Wow, it's cool. Can you now see now? So at least we have something cool. Look at this guy now. This lemon button is close to this footer. Let's go and break it. Though when we get to our CSS, there's another way of doing it in a better way. Let's go to that last section that we have. This the one that is close to that footer. Then you break it, okay, so that you can have a space there. You understand? I told you that the break does not have a closing tag. Let's see. All right, there's a space there now, right? So don't worry, when you get to CSS, you're gonna do a lot. And I want to say a big thank you for watching this video and for staying to the end of this video. And I'm going to see you in the next class, where we're going to be talking about CSS fully. And it's going to be a good class. After that CSS, now just with your HTML knowledge, you have been able to do this. Now let us now see if you now learn CSS, man. Now you're not going to be doing a project that is going to be able to enable you to utilize the knowledge that you have learned based on the HTML class and the CSS class to build a kind of more beautiful stuff. Because there's a way you can make this guy become like 2.2 or 3.3 on this particular section and all those things like that, and to make it fine. But let me just tell you something, like some people have a blog that is just like this that is as simple as this, and they just uploaded it and they are running it. So if you can do this, yes, you are already a developer. You are trying, okay? What again do you want in blog? You have image, you have a post, and you have a link that you can also click to go to the other page. You understand? And that's it. What again do you want again? Just to style and make it more beautiful. And you know, in fact, those days when we have Stebaru, when we have all those WAP trick, all those stuff, their site is just like this. You understand? Because you know, but don't worry, we are going to see in the next class. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I remain Ogudimolumide Olalikon, and in case you have a project to give us at Microsoft Technology, because they are the ones sponsoring this project, this course, and you can actually visit our website www.microsoft.com. You know, we specialize in software development, mobile app development, website development, and also branding. Okay, see you in the next class. Bye bye.